In our previous episode, we uncovered the untold cost of drag racing, from performance upgrades and sticky tires, but numbers only tell half the story. Today, we're taking it from the workshop to the strip. At ODI Raceway, we will witness these purpose-built monsters unleash every horsepower they have, charging down the quarter mile in a relentless battle against the clock. This is where preparation meets performance, and where every fraction of a second counts. Good day, beautiful day, everybody. Welcome back to the Cars924 YouTube channel, and welcome back to a brand new episode where today you join me here at ODI Raceway for the ODI Raceway drags. As you would have seen in the previous episode, we did a massive shakedown for the Mini Cooper, basically to pinpoint the problems that may arise with the car, such as maybe suspension issues, maybe if there's no alignment of the car, or any sort of funny mechanical noises that come along with the car. But the car is perfectly fine. But today, if you haven't seen any of that, make sure to check that episode out. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below so you can see that one. But now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the place where everything is cars. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications to be alerted when a new episode is dropped. Also, don't forget to follow our Cars924 social media platforms. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below so you guys can check those out. Now, without any further ado, let's experience ODI Raceway in 2026 and what it has to offer, and man, I've been here a countless amount of times and it never ceases to disappoint me. So let's see what ODI Raceway has for us today in store. But before that, let's have a proper comprehensive walk around of all the cars that they have here so far. We are a little bit early, but let's see what cars that they have. So as you would have seen in many Cars924 episodes, this is basically the somewhat informal drag strip where everybody does their rolling races, their heads up, their standstill races on this track, and ends all the way where that yellow beacon is. Not the flag, but the beacon right at the end. That's basically the finish line. And I think there is a Golf 7 GTI that's making its way down the strip, if I'm not mistaken, but let's quickly wait for it and see what car comes by. Got some more cars arriving. I think these are the stance cars. You know, you never get to see a Hyundai this low, but wow, look at that. That is pretty cool. Next one is a VW Polo. There's the Mini Cooper right there at the end trackside. As I said, the track is still relatively a little bit empty in terms of audiences, but normally this place later on at like 12:1, it's at its peak. It's really full, it's saturated. But let's quickly have a walk around some of the cars that are actually here. We'll basically start with the left-hand side. First car up on the list is a VW Golf 7 GTI. Here we have a Mach 7 GTI, Audi RS3, Ford Focus RS. These are actually pretty rare. I don't get to see much of these, but these are absolutely stunning cars. And then here we have a Golf 7.5R, finished off in a very striking blue. So this is actually a spec that I'd say that I would actually love to get if it was a Golf 7R. But yeah, look at that. That's really cool. Next up, we have a VW Golf 7R, which looks like an Oettinger wing that's situated right at the back. But these massive exhaust tips at the rear, I think that is frequency intelligence exhaust. And then next to that, dude, I really don't know. Is this a F80 M3 or it's just a normal BMW F33 series with a M3 body kit? And then here, very little room for introduction. This seems to be a race car of some sort. There we've got a Mark 1 City Golf. This was actually a car that we actually considered for a project car, but we ended up going with the Mini Cooper. And we've got other examples towards the left hand side. We have a BMW M3 4Ti and an M140 with the M2 front bumper, Golf 7 GTI, 7R, M140i, and an X3M competition. Now that we've basically cycled through majority of the cars that are here, I think let me just wait it out a little bit and wait for the other cars to arrive, and then I think that's when the show can actually finally begin. The next drag race is going to be really exciting because it's a BMW X3M competition versus a BMW M4 40i. Stay tuned for this one. I think that was going to be a clear victory because that S58 does not play games. Now at these drag racing events, we all love to see these cars storm down the track with excessive speed. Some of them are really quick, some of them sound really nice, and some of them always give us that excitement, especially when they go heads up with some of the most notorious and fastest cars here in South Africa. I think let's take this opportunity to go to the end of the racetrack and see how quickly they cross the finish line. Wow, would you look at this Mini Cooper? This is really nice. Since that's the coupe, mine's the convertible. I don't know, maybe I'm having second thoughts now, but wow, that still looks really cool. Dango, front money. Dango. So as you can see, it's slightly a little bit more chaotic than it was when we first got here. Now it's really full. It's getting to the point where there's even a traffic jam towards the start line so people can start drag racing. Right, let's do a quick little walk around. Right up front, we've got an M240i next to a 140. We've got some spin cars right in front. Another BMW M140, RS3 8Y sedan, F80 M3, another F80 M3 towards that side, F82 M4. And then we've got this cool silver, I think this is a F80 M3 as well. Another 8Y RS3. We've got a M2 F87, I think this is the OG M2, the N55. Let's just come and quickly have a look here towards the rear. Yes, it is. Accompanied by a F87 M2 competition. And here we are, another M2 competition, F87 finished off in a Hockenheim silver. I think that's 19s or 20s all around. I like that rim. And now this cool Yas Marina blue F82 M4. One of my dream cars. Absolutely love it. Looks absolutely stunning. And then right here are some of the spin cars that you guys saw there up front at the starting line, where they were busy laying it down and burning down all the rubber. As you can see, this is pretty much the aftermath. I think this is some of the water that they were using to spray up front for the radiator so that they can cool the intake temps. As you can see here, this one, the tires are completely finished. But yeah, that is ODI Raceway, guys. We've got some G42 BMW M240Is. One finished off in a charcoal grey, other one finished off in a satin black. I think this is a wrap. Here's a very familiar car, Boss TTRS's Audi TTRS. As you would have seen in the previous clips, they did some spinning there. That was some really cool stuff and some really skilled people getting behind the wheel of those drift cars. But now I think let's pretty much sum it up for today's episode. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.